What's going on, everybody? It's your guy Z Fly, and I am keeping it really hot all summer long. That's right here on Fly World Media. I am still loving and digging our new intro. Hopefully, you are as well. It's really, it really just fits this summer season, right? So, thank you so much for everybody for tuning in today. Hopefully, listen, let me just start off by saying, hopefully, you all are keeping COOL, okay? Cool, cold as much as you can because it is a scorcher out there. Here in New York, I think it's going to get up to 90 degrees today. And let me say something. 90 degrees in New York is like, oh my gosh, I can't take it because for one thing, we have all these buildings and not much air, the humidity, and then of course, you have the subways and things like that. You're going in and out. It's hot down there, so I don't know. Maybe one day, which they may have it now. I'm not sure. I don't go to all the stations, but maybe one day they'll get some AC down in these subways. I mean, it's like a sauna a lot of times in these stations. So yeah, hopefully wherever you are, if it is hot all summer long, you are keeping cool. I know I have friends out in Denver who's saying like they're experiencing these heat wave. My aunt in Washington State, she's having a heat wave. They're just hot everywhere. So everybody definitely stay cool where you are. As you see the social media running at the bottom. So go ahead and follow me. I do follow back. If you are watching whatever platform that you're watching on, if it messes up or it freezes, here are your other options. We're live right now on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram at Real Hot Fresh. So tell all your family, your friends, your coworkers, and your foes, even your foes, that Z Fly is keeping it really hot all summer long at the moment. All right, so let's go on and get into what's up and coming, everybody. Okay, so look, upcoming this weekend. Listen, as I told y'all, I'm out there in these streets, okay, with these pop-up events. So you definitely want to check me out this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, because I will be out and about, keeping it really hot keep it all summer long. First, I'm going to be at this event on the 19th in Chelsea. It's like it's a pop-up gallery. So it'll have like different type of vendors there. I'll be there, with the Lavender Project. So definitely come check me out. It's going to be in Chelsea at the Al-Mahid Hotel. That's near the High Line. So if you're familiar with New York and Chelsea, you'll know where the High Line's at. I think I may have a flyer that I can show y'all to give y'all more details. But yeah, I'm going to be there this Saturday. With my table set up. Yes, actually, not this one. There's another one for the 19th. That's like a pop-up gallery, but I'm gonna be at this one on the 20th. So I'll talk about this one in a few minutes. But I'm still gonna get the one for the 19th. That's gonna be in Chelsea. So yeah, so definitely come out and check me out. I'll be there. Like I said, there'll be other vendors there. So it's like it'll be like a nice shopping experience. I'm not sure what the weather's gonna be this weekend, but hopefully it'll be nice. But since this is already up, I'll go ahead and talk about this. So yeah, I'll be here on the 20th. This will be in Harlem. It's the Phenomenal Women's Empowerment. They're having another pop-up shop here in Harlem at 22727 Avenue between 133rd and 134th Street. So yeah, so definitely come and check me out. Once again, this is July 20th, Sunday, July 20th. So yeah, check it out. It'll be once again another pop-up event for now. This is gonna have a lot of stuff. It's gonna have like food and music, as well as shopping. So definitely come and check me out. Hopefully, and here we go. This is the one for the 19th. So yeah, this one right here is the one that'll be in Chelsea. So yes, you may can see that address. I can't even see it myself, but it's gonna be at the Allah Hamid Hotel. I'm probably saying it wrong. Oh my God. But hopefully you can see that. Hopefully it's bigger on your screen and you can see the information. So yeah, so check me out. The Lavender Project will be in circulation this weekend, doing its thing. Okay. So that's where I shall be, people. So definitely come and check your boy out. Also, too, if y'all remember last week, I was telling you last Thursday, I was telling you, or last Wednesday, I was telling you on Thursday that I would be doing a lunch and learn with the Juneteenth organization with the CEO Athena Rodney, and I did exactly just that. Let me tell you something. I'm not going to go into much detail because I want you all to see it for yourself. Everybody, like I said, I'm always the interviewer. I'm rarely the interviewee. And Athena, that was a really, really great, powerful interview that I had with Athena Rodney, the CEO of Juneteenth NY. That's up and coming soon, so you definitely want to check, look out for that. If you're wondering where can you find that, well, my other virtual show called Live at 5, my theme show Live at 5, that's going to be premiering for season 2 on Monday. So my interview with Athena Rodney is going to be the first episode of Live at 5. So don't worry, because you'll get, I'll be posting about Live at 5 the rest of this week. But yeah, it's dropping on Monday. So first thing Monday, Live at 5. Now, Live at 5 means 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when it's going to air. So it'll air 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Live at 5 on my show. So check me out. You're going to enjoy it. So yeah, so now let's get into today's show. So today's show, listen, we got the same greatness with the In the Know, Drink Off the Juice, and other great segments. I got a new segment that I'll be introducing today. So definitely stick around for that. But right now, let's go ahead and get this show started with In the Know. Hit it.
Did you know? 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 Did you know?
Yeah. Did you know that here in New York City, the G trains, G as in good, are suspended again this summer in Brooklyn and Queens. Now, if you're wondering why, well, here's why. Now, the G trains will not stop between Bedford and Nostrand Avenues and Court Square from 9:45 p.m. to 5 a.m. during the week starting July 25th. The G trains will not run from Bedford and Nostrand Avenues to Court Square from 9:45 p.m. on Fridays to 5 a.m. Mondays. So this is very important for people who take the G train. The G train may be your train that you take. So you need to know what's up and coming with these with these changes. Now trains will run between Church Avenue and Bedford Nostrand Avenues. A free shuttle bus will run between Court Square and Bedford Nostrand Avenue. The MTA continued the signal modernization project that shut down line last summer. So that's what's happening. So, they're always doing something with these tracks, so that's just, so we all know that. If you live in New York, you already know. It ain't nothing new. But just wanted to definitely keep you in the know. Now, here's a breakdown of the G train shutdowns this summer, just to kind of let y'all see how it's going to be looking in your area. So there you go. So yeah, so as you see, overnight from 9:45 p.m. to 5 a.m., these are the dates that the G train will be doing its thing. So yeah, all right. So just want to let y'all know, if the G train is your train, you are now in the know. All right, let's move on, everybody. So now the nursing homes struggle with Trump immigration crackdown. That's right. Listen, even the nursing homes are feeling this new administration. Now, facilities for older adults and disabled people are reporting the sporadic loss of employees who have had their legal status revoked by Trump. Now, but they fear even more dramatic impacts are ahead as pipelines of potential workers slow to a trickle with an overall downturn in illegal immigration. Now, the CEO is saying we feel completely beat up right now, which operates on 3 nursing homes in Atlanta area. So this is someone that who operates 3 nursing homes in Atlanta area, with 1/3 of the staff made up of the foreign-born people from about 3 dozen countries. Now the pipeline is getting smaller and smaller. Now, eight of the CEO's workers are expected to be forced to leave after having their temporary protected status or TPS revoked. TPS allows people already living in the U.S. to stay and work legally if their home countries are unsafe due to civil unrest or natural disasters. And during the Biden administration, the designation was expanded to cover people from a dozen countries, including large numbers from Venezuela and Haiti. Um, the CEO continues to say, unfortunately, Americans are not drawn to applying and working in the positions that we have available. Okay, so yeah, hold on. We're gonna keep on moving. Frontline caregivers are overwhelmingly female, and a majority are members of minority groups, according to the PHI earnings average of just $16.72 hourly in 2023. Now you know what? This is very interesting though. You know what? I've come to learn that when I'm reporting the news, I just hate to even give an opinion. I really do because it's like, cause I know like people are really sensitive and people don't like the current administration, which is still very questioning, isn't it? And, if you really think about, okay, let's think about the current administration, okay, and let's think about when you go out in public and you have like these side conversations or conversations at work or family and or whomever. Don't most people always seem to have a problem with the current administration? Okay, right? But let's think, okay, most people that like you meet or run into have a problem with the current administration. But then when we go back to thinking of voting day or whatever, then the majority of the state turn red. So it also, whenever you see the majority of the state turn red, but then when you go out in public and like almost everywhere you hear someone's they got a problem with the current administration, but the majority of the state turn red, our country turn red. If somebody lying, there can't be that many people have that many problems with the current administration when most of the country turned red. Anyway, but back on this right here, I'm just gonna say this. Listen, okay, there was a temporary protected status. Now I understand that a lot of people over here, and they're on green cards or visas or TPS. But but the thing is, whenever people get on this stuff, it's this temporary protected status, and quotations on the word temporary. So I just feel like sometimes these people they get over here and they expect to stay forever, but they knew they was on a temporary protected status, and it's almost like, what do you expect to happen? Like, do you expect that you come over here, you do a great job, you be very nice, and they'll overlook it? Oh, I'm not trying to be mean or cruel. I'm just saying that if you know that you're on, like, for example, I'll use myself. Let's say I went to Canada for whatever, I don't know, for whatever, and I know I'm on a temporary protected status. Even now, let's just say I'd be the best citizen in Canada, but still the reality is I'm on a temporary protected status. So if I didn't do anything to kind of make my status more permanent, I don't know. But also too, isn't it interesting that they're saying that hardly no Americans want to even work? So a lot of people say, well, what's the issue with these foreigners? They actually want to do the work where most Americans don't. But there's a problem right there. Why don't Americans want? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what's happening with the nursing homes. Even they are having problems keeping staff and people at the nursing home. All right, moving along. So now in Kentucky, a suspect kills two women in Kentucky church after shooting state trooper. Now, this story was very, very concerning. Now, two women died Sunday at a church in Lexington, Kentucky, and a shooting rampage that began when a state trooper was wounded after making a traffic stop, police said. The suspect in both shootings was also killed. Now, the suspect carjacked a vehicle after the traffic stop near Lexington's airport and fled to Richmond Road Baptist Church, where he opened fire. City Police Chief Lawrence Weather said. Now he was killed in the shooting at the church, where a 72-year-old woman and a 32-year-old woman. Isn't that bad? Now you at church, and you're not safe from bullets. Two other people were wounded at the church and taken to a local hospital. The police chief said one victim sustained critical injuries, and the other was was in stable condition. Now, the suspect was shot by police and died at the scene. The suspect was not immediately identified pending notification of the family. One person said preliminary, I don't know what's wrong with my voice anyway, information indicates that the suspect may have had a connection to the individuals at the church. The trooper stopped the vehicle after receiving a license plate reader alert and was shot about 11:30 a.m. The trooper was in stable condition. The shootings remain under investigation. So that's really bad that, like you said, the shooter could have possibly known someone at the church and whatever, but that is a definitely very disturbing story. And if you think that was disturbing, it gets even worse. Now, 9 dead in a fire at Massachusetts assisted living facility. That's right. Even at the assisted living, things are happening. Now, 9 people have died and at least 30 others were injured in a fire at a Massachusetts assisted living on Sunday. All this happened on Sunday, everybody. Okay, the thing in Kentucky, and now this in Massachusetts. Now, according to the Massachusetts Department of Fire Services, the fire occurred at the Gabriel House assisted living facility in Fall River at about 9:50 p.m. When crews arrived, heavy smoke was seen coming from the front of the building with people trapped inside. Now, firefighters were able to rescue many of the occupants while battling the fire, which was out about Monday morning. About 70 people live in this house. Now, it was said that approximately a dozen non-ambulatory residents were physically carried out by our officers. Their bravery and quick action undoubtedly saved many lives. Several residents at the facility were taken to local and regional hospitals. 5 firefighters were taken for minor injuries. The cause of the fire is being investigated by the Fall Fire Department, Fall River Police, state police assigned to state fire marshal's office, and state police assigned to the Bristol's DA's office. So as y'all see, listen, these people are on it. There is a lot that's going on. A family notification center has been set up at the Chapel of St. Anne's Hospital, and families seeking information on residents can call on 508-674-5741. Fall River, which has a population of 94,000, is located approximately 20 miles southeast of Providence, Rhode Island. So that's kind of give you an idea of where it's at. So, definitely our hearts go out to those people because that is very, very tragic. You just don't know what's happening. I mean, can you imagine, you're just in your house or your assisted living or whatever, and a fire breaks out. And then, just the fact whenever, anytime you hear, anyone died, it's always just very disturbing because, you just be thinking, these people, they're just in their house and bam, here they are dead. So, like I said, my heart really goes out to them and to them and the family, and that's everybody who was injured in that fire. So, whoo. Okay, everybody, you are now in the know. Whoa. All right. All right, everybody. So just to keep things moving. So one thing that we do here at the Keepin It at Fly World Media, basically, is that, we like to know what you all do out there. We want to know, what it is that, what it is in your craft. Are you an entrepreneur? Are you running a business? Are you a CEO? I want to know this. I want to have you on the show and interview you about it. So to get more information on how you could be keeping it really hot all summer long with me in our rising, I don't even know what it's called. Basically, in our segment where we interview you about what you do. Here's how you can do it. Check this out. Are you a talented artist, entrepreneur, or business owner in the NYC or tri-state area? Do you have a craft, skill, or product that deserves the spotlight? Well, if you answer yes to just one of those, this is your time to shine. Hello, I'm Z-Fly, and I'm bringing you Rising Stars and Local Gems, a platform dedicated to highlighting and promoting the best local talent and businesses making moves in our community. Now, I also want to know, do you have a craft or product in need of promotion? Are you an artist, musician, designer, chef, or entrepreneur or more looking for exposure? And do you want to be featured on a show that's all about keeping it real hot and fresh? Once again, if you answer yes to just one, this is your chance to shine. So come share your journey, showcase your talent, and let the world know what you bring to the table. So DM us now or email us at bookmenext@aol.com, or you can catch us live on Fly World Media by going to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube at Real Hot Fresh. We're highlighting stars and local gems where talent meets opportunity. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Yes. All right, but yes, rising stars and local gems. That's what it's called. I couldn't even get my mind together. Sorry about that. All right, everybody. All right, so keeping it moving along on this all hot summer long that we're in right now is right. So we're going to get into our next segment. So we have a new segment, everybody. That's why I'm dropping a new gem for you, a new segment. And this segment is called Where's the Lie? That's right. This segment is basically about, where I show you content, show you videos, show you pictures or whatever. And we're gonna see what it's gonna be about, and then we're gonna be like, but where's the lie? It may be really outlandish, it may be really hard to swallow, but where's the lie? So let's check it out. Hit it.
It's a lie.
You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar.
Something's wrong with this show. I'll tell you. I need to listen. Okay, so now you're a liar. Okay, we're gonna find out who's a liar. All right, so I have a video right here. And now listen. You know what? Times are very interesting. Listen, females, you all are really starting to, pull back the onion. Listen, you know how they say an onion has many, many layers. Well, females are really starting to pull back the layers of the onion, and they starting to see through the BS when it's coming to either their boyfriends or their husbands. So now let's just check out this particular video where a girl, she's kind of being in the know, per to say. Check this out.
My boyfriend's having a boys' night. He's gonna go play games with his friends. Don't let him go. Don't let him go. He's not going to be playing the games you think he is. You think he's going to be playing the pew 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 games? No. He's going to be playing spin the bottle with his homies. Why? Because he wants to kiss them. He's going to be playing 7 Minutes in Heaven. You don't even want to know what they're going to be doing in that closet, okay? He's going to be playing Twister. Why? Because they want an excuse to touch each other. Don't let him go, okay?
Okay, and just like this segment says, where's the lie? Okay, wow. So very interesting. But now if you think that was interesting, what was even more interesting was some of the comments. Now, for some reason, we're gonna place the comments. Hopefully, I can see these comments because things are just looking kind of. Okay, good. Okay, I can see it. Now, look at this. Now, mind you, most of these comments are from guys, from males, okay? One guy, he says, who told her? Who broke the first rule, okay? And then one guy said, he's like, nah, like he's sounding guilty. Another guy said, guys, we've been betrayed. Okay, let's see. I think I have one more list of comments. Oh, wow, that is really small. Let me see. Another guy said we have a mole. Someone is snitching. But yeah, and it's really small. But the point is, you get the idea that it's like these guys, they're not denying it. They're more upset that someone is snitching. That yeah, we actually do these things. Like, who's telling you we're doing these things? Okay, I'm just saying, y'all, where's the lie? Where is the lie? You tell me. All right, moving on to the next segment. All right, now we're to get into a laugh, everybody. A laugh. And let me tell you something. You all may just be, you're either going to laugh or you're going to cry. So let's get into this laugh.
Oh, my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ass.
Okay, everybody. So now this laugh today is going to be showing just more. Remember, if you don't know what laugh is life as a female. So that's what that's what I'm going to be showing today. I'm going to be showing supposedly life as a female, what females have to endure just to make it through life. Now, here is a video of a female. Look at the things in the process that she goes through just when she's having a pizza delivery. Check this out.
Here's how I stay safe during food deliveries. I pour powder along my entire driveway so that when a delivery driver first arrives to my house, I can capture their footprints. I ask them to secure handcuffs onto their leg and keep them attached through the entire delivery process so that I can avoid any risk of being attacked. I always use fake names on my orders, and I place a mannequin within view. I also double check to make sure all the doors are locked. I require the driver to show me a picture of their ID, and I also ask them to provide fingerprints for identification purposes. I use a drone to capture pictures of their license plate, and I set off a growling dog audio while I run a background check on the food delivery driver. If they seem trustworthy, I proceed with the delivery, but I always remain alert and prepared. I double check the food to ensure it hasn't been tampered with, and then I provide the delivery driver with a nice tip, as well as a key to unlock the handcuffs. I always follow their car with the drone for a few minutes to make sure they leave the neighborhood and aren't lingering nearby. I know all of this may seem a bit excessive, but there's a lot of crazy people out there nowadays, and I'm not taking any chances.
Now, did y'all see that? I mean, if that isn't a laugh, I'm over here laughing. Really, you could never be too safe, I guess. I guess you could never be too safe. Woo! I mean, if you got to do all that just to get a pizza, you might just need to just not do delivery. You know what I'm saying? Just drive on to the pizza place and get your pizza because, and then, I don't know if this is like a spoof, but there could be, some women who may feel this way. And it's just something I always think of males and like all that stuff that she says she got to do just to have a delivery. Like that's not even the furthest thing in a man's mind. Like, and it's just really sad that some females feel like they got to go to these extra, lengths of protection just to protect themselves. But also, once again, I always say, people are always saying, oh my God, it's so sad. You got to be careful. You got to watch yourself. But who was the culprit in the video? Who was the woman trying to protect herself from? Was it aliens, people? Was it bears? Okay. Was it monsters coming out of the woods? Was she trying to? No. Once again, they're trying to protect themselves from a male. That's where that says a lot about males. Anyway, okay, so that's your laugh. All right, so now we're going to get into a pause and pour. That's what the first pause and pour for the summer. Hit it.
Oh my God. 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 Oh my God.
Cringe of the day or pause or pour. But anyway, the point is we'll go with it. All right, everybody. So now this is definitely a pause and pour moment. So everybody get your glasses. Now, if you're new to pause and pour means that we see, I'm going to show you either a picture or a video. We're going to dissect it really, really good. We're just going to pause and just figure out what did we see. And it is just so extreme that we're going to have to pour. Okay. So with this pause and pour that I'm going to show you today it's about a McDonald's. Yeah. Where they have to literally lock their doors at a certain time of the day because the either the high school kids or the middle school, the point of the students from the school are out of control. Check this out and get your glass ready.
If you're over 21, you must ring a doorbell to be let in.
Management here is just sick and tired of Thomas Edison high school students coming over here, really taking over the inside of the dining room, getting into fights, trashing the bathroom, throwing their garbage all over the place. So now the doors are locked, but the restaurant is still open.
And it only happens with the kids. The normal community comes here, everybody interacts, they're great.
The McDonald's on Franconia Road in Fairfax County kicked off new safety measures, angering teenagers and thrilling adults.
I think it's a great thing. This is the first time in probably 5 years I sat down for 15 minutes in this McDonald's and enjoyed a hamburger.
To get into this McDonald's, customers are greeted at all entrances, which are locked, with a sign saying they have to be over 21 to dine inside. A doorbell alerts a staff member who lets you in. As you can see, they're happy to greet some customers, while others get denied. Student violence and disrespectful behavior erupts here at least once a week, and staff and customers are sick of it. Thomas Edison High School is just across the street. For nearly 50 years, he's been frequenting this McDonald's. High school students routinely trash the bathrooms, start fights in the dining area, and generally provide an unpleasant experience for everyone.
The fighting is the problem, you know what I'm saying? You'll get one, it'll call, and they're pretty brazen, you know what I mean? And the management try to step in, and, you know, these kids are pretty violent. You know, they're not really kids, let's be honest. They're young adults.
Okay. Okay, now we definitely gotta just sit for a moment, okay? Just sit for one moment. And y'all pausing with me, okay? Y'all got your cup? I do. Yeah, but now we're gonna pour. Yeah. And today's pour is brought to you by a good old sangria. Okay, listen, everybody, we gotta break this down. Okay. First of all, where are the parents? Oh, no, where's your ID? Right. Responsible. Let me tell you something. What? Okay, see, this goes to show you that, something's wrong with these kids. You know, kids are, I hate to say it, but, you know, the kids are kind of rowdy. You know, there are times whenever I see there's a whole bunch of kids, high school kids, and you know, they get this tail. Like, sometimes if I see them, I would cross the street because it's like but that is really bad that a McDonald's had to close their doors because the kids are that rowdy. And now adults, can you imagine that? It's almost like it's almost like you're trying to get into the club. You gotta be 21 or over, 21 or over to dine at this restaurant. That is like the club people. Wow, that's really bad. You know, you got to ring the doorbell just to go to get your double quarter pounder, just to get your Big Mac, because the high school kids or the kids, whomever, are just they don't just trash the place. Where McDonald's like, oh, we shutting our doors. Woo, y'all know it's crazy. Anyway, yeah. So pause and pour, mom, everybody. Oh yeah, and just in case, you know, if y'all will follow me last season, remember I did my my detox, alcohol detox. Oh yeah, July 1st was the last day. So here we go. Got a good old sangria. All right, everybody. So thank God we got a music break after this. We're gonna take a quick music break. I definitely need a music break after that. Stay tuned. After the music break, we got that drunk off the Joose. That's where I'm telling you all about your celebrity news. Don't go anywhere because you are keeping it really hot all summer long with you guys, Z Fly on Fly World Media. I'll be right back.
True to self, no apologies. Big S on my chest, a prodigy. I'm a savage, call me Hercules, cause I'm the alpha, omega, do you copy me? One love, you a queen, you the best. Run the world, take the world, say it with your chest. I'm the wave, I'm the water, I'm the sea. I'm the sun, I'm the light, I'm a queen. One love, you a queen, you the best. Run the world, take the world, say it with your chest. I'm the wave, I'm the water, I'm the sea. I'm the sun, I'm the light, I'm a queen. I'm the wave, I'm the water, I'm the sea. I'm the sun, I'm the light, I'm a queen. I'm the wave, I'm the water, I'm the sea. I'm the sun, I'm the light, I'm a queen, yeah.
What's going on, everybody? You're rocking out with Z Fly. You're keeping it really hot all summer long with the best. That's right here on Fly World Media. Hopefully, you all are enjoying the show because I know I'm definitely enjoying, bringing y'all the juice and the in the nose and everything else. And speaking of juice, let's go ahead and get into Drunk Off the Juice. Hit it. Okay, let's kind of bring the show up some. I feel like all the topics today have been kind of heavy or too real. All right, so let's get into the juice, shall we? Now, Rihanna's son Riot wears many versions of Dior runway look on Smurfs premiere on red carpet. That's right. Now, from the runway to the toddler's closet, Rihanna's son RZA and Riot made their red carpet debut at the Smurfs Los Angeles premiere with her youngest in a tiny outfit straight from Jonathan Anderson's debut collection for Dior Home. The infant wore a miniature version of a forest green double-breasted wool blazer and white Bermuda shorts, which only hit the catwalk 2 weeks before the toddler modeled his mini version. You know what? When it comes to Rihanna, I've heard of so many people from just all corners of, wherever. They're just so happy for her. Now that she's got baby number 3 on its way, you can really tell when someone, specifically a woman, is content. She has her man, she's having her children, and she's happy. I mean, why wouldn't she be? She's a $1 billion billionaire. You know what I'm saying? With not only her music, but her fragrance, I believe, or some that she has out there. She has no reason to really be mad. And now just knowing that, her children, they doing their thing. Now instead of the fisherman sandals on the runway, Riot hit the event in itty bitty black outfits. And his hair was pulled into a bun. Meanwhile, Rihanna's 3-year-old was dressed in another custom Dior outfit, which included a white button-up, a pink tie, and dark green cargo pants, adorned with a silver chain. For her part, the singer, who is pregnant with her and boyfriend A$AP Rocky's third child, slipped into a black lace gown with an olive green sash highlighting her baby bump from St. Laurent's Fall 2025 collection. So yes, Rihanna, do your thing. Listen, have fun with the kids. You are well deserved to, to just live. She's living. She's like, wow. Yeah, she's doing her thing. I'm telling you, she's doing it. All right. Now, speaking of catwalk, now you may not know, but I remember back in the day, and I guess even now, that agency Wilhelmina was the thing to do. But however, Wilhelmina got some things going on with their male models because a lot of male models allegedly want to catwalk away after top exec sources leave. Now, insiders tell Page 6 that there's been a bloodbath at Wilhelmina as top level agents have fled, and there could be more to exit under the leadership of director Corey Bautista and the film's CFO COO Gaurav Pawar. 2 top execs who have parted ways with the famed modeling agency in recent months include Matt Truss and Jean Cogan. The duo were hired prior to the COVID-19 pandemic to right the ship of the agency's men's division after the controversial tenure of former agency CEO and one-time Condé Nast vet Bill Wackerman. Now, one source said it's like they're back to square one. They've decimated their entire men's team. Now, for those of y'all who may not be too up to date on fashion, let me tell you, Wilhelmina, that's big. I remember, like so many people wanted to get it. Like Wilhelmina was one of those top agencies modeling agencies that like people wanted to get into. If you were really trying to be a model, and it's just really sad to hear that now the male department is in shambles. Ironically, after leaving, Trust and Kogan have moved over to Batista and Powell's former firm, NY Model Management, with ex-Wilhelmina agent Jessica Rosenberg following along. Now, we're now told that several Wilhelmina models, including 3 of their biggest male clients, are desperately trying to get out of contracts at the storied firm. Now, the management has lost all credibility and no one feels protected. I don't know what's going to happen to Wilhelmina. Listen, people are trying to jump ship. I don't know, people. I don't know. We're going to see. All right, moving along. So next on the list is Ellen DeGeneres backs Rosie O'Donnell after President Trump's citizenship threat despite unresolved rift. Now, this right here was funny to me. Now listen, like I said before, listen, y'all, people can say many things about President Donald Trump, and they do. But you have to admit, he's hilarious. He keeps it very interesting. Okay. Maybe too interesting sometimes, but I guess depends on what you find interesting. Anyway, despite the comedian's long-standing feud, the former Ella DeGeneres show host showed her support via Instagram after President Trump threatened to revoke Rosie O'Donnell's citizenship. Now, some of y'all may have saw this online or in the news or wherever. DeGeneres reposted the politician's Truth social post, claiming he was giving serious considerations to stripping O'Donnell of her citizenship, despite not having the power to do so, and called her a threat to her humanity. It's not funny. It's not funny. It ain't. He wrote that the actress should remain in the wonderful country of Ireland if they want her. Woo! Listen. But see, I guess what makes it so funny, because, you be thinking that this is like the president of the United States, and he just throwing shade and just talking crazy. DeGeneres, who also shared a screenshot of O'Donnell's clapback in her upload, wrote, "Good for you, Rosie." O'Donnell rep has yet to respond to page 6 requests for comment. Now in her lengthy response to Donald Trump, O'Donnell poked fun at the 79-year-old for the way she still lives rent-free in that collapsing brain of his. She asked, "You want to revoke my citizenship? Go ahead and try it. King Joffrey with a tangerine spray tan. I'm not yours to silence. I never was." Okay, she's clapping back. You know what? Look, not tangerine spray tan, and then look at the pic. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's very more orange than those two on the right. O'Donnell noted that she is building a life for her and her autistic kid in a country where decency still exists. She confirmed that she confirmed this move in March, telling her TikTok followers that she left America 2 months prior. As for DeGeneres, she relocated to England last year with her wife Portia de Rossi. Now, I want to ask you all a question who's tuned in. Like whenever I hear stories like Ellen and Rosie, like they just can't stand President Donald Trump so bad that they had to move to other countries. Don't sometimes your eyebrows raise a little bit. You think like these are celebrities, and it's like, okay, y'all celebrities, y'all already got money, got fame, got whatever, and Donald Trump is the thing that ran you away. You would think that even if he is making policies and things that that may not be that favorable, like is it really affecting a Rosie O'Donnell and a Ellen DeGeneres the way it would this person on food stamps or government assistance? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, is he really bothering y'all that much? I don't know. They act like they're on government assistance, and he's just ruining their lives. I don't know. That's a lot to think about. All right, moving along to the last story on the drunk off the juice is Caitlyn Jenner attends son Brody Malibu wedding nearly 2 weeks after the death of close friend Sophia Hutchins. Now, if you may not know, Caitlyn Jenner, she lost her good friend Sophia Hutchins, but people were kind of surprised that Caitlyn Jenner actually would go to her son's wedding, after losing such a close friend. So the former Olympian was one of several guests who witnessed the Hills alum and the pro surfer tied the knot in a romantic ceremony at Brody's mom's Linda Thompson's home in Malibu, California on Saturday. The outlet reported that around 60 to 70 guests were present for the nuptials. Caitlyn welcomed Brody and son Brandon Jenner with her second ex-wife Thompson, also 75 years old. The Olympic gold medalist also shares son Burt Jenner and daughter Cassandra Marino with her first wife Christy Scott and daughters Kendall Jenner and Kylie with her third wife Kris Jenner. Now, let me just stop right here. Because as I was pulling this story to to talk about it, I was getting confused. I was like, and her, you know what? There was something about what is her name? Caitlyn. Yeah, so whatever they was saying, like, Caitlyn Jenner with her ex-wife and her. And I'm thinking, like, wait a minute, are these lesbians or something? But no, they was referring to Caitlyn because Caitlyn Jenner its pronoun is a her. You know what? Let me tell you something. Something's not making sense. Because doesn't Caitlyn Jenner, I don't know, isn't she still interested in women? Now, if y'all don't know, which you should know, but if you don't know, Caitlyn Jenner used to be Bruce Jenner, back in the day. I mean, yeah. And anyway, well, I'll go back to this. Anyway, Brody and Caitlyn have had a strained relationship over the years. In January, the Bromance alum revealed received a real sincere apology from Caitlyn for allegedly abandoning him during his fame with the Kardashians. Brody said, "It was the first time in my life that I've ever gotten an apology. I'm sorry for not being there." Brody shared on Special Forces, which is a show that he was on recently. I think it was on ABC. But you know what? So basically, it looks like Brody Jenner, which is the guy who just got married recently, and his used to be dad, Bruce Jenner, now Caitlyn Jenner, they made up basically. And you know what? Now here's the thing about it. I don't know. Now I do not follow Brody Jenner. I don't follow the Kardashians. The only time I follow it is if I'm reporting it here for you all, because there are people out there who care about it, and so I'll get some drink off the juice. But I don't follow those people, And but one thing I will say is I've always thought how Brody Jenner must feel. But now look, I didn't even know that Bruce Jenner, whoever, Caitlyn. The point is, I didn't realize that she had all these children. You got a lot. And I knew about Kylie and Brody and Kendall. I knew about them. But as you heard, there's other children that he has, like Cassandra Marino and all these Burt Jenner with other women. And so Brody is the only son that I was familiar with that she has. And I've always think like how that must feel. I mean, think about it. You have a dad all these years, and then your dad wants to change to be a woman. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe I don't know. Well, I'm so confused talking about this stuff. Okay, let me get my thoughts together. Okay. What I'm trying to say is, I just think of Brody. Maybe he doesn't care. Like I said, I don't follow his life like that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure somewhere in some of these shows he's been on, he probably talked about it. I'm sure. But I just think about having a dad, and then your dad transforms to be a woman. And actually, I don't know. I don't even know if he transformed everything. If you know what I mean. The downstairs. I don't know if that's a woman part down there. I think he might just started to do things to look more womanly. But I don't know if he had the full surgery. And I just think of Brody. I mean, look at Brody right there. Look at it. Look. That's supposed to be his dad beside him. But instead, it's like he got two moms. Oh, boy. Mm, 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 mm. I don't know why this stuff. Where my drink at? Y'all think I'd be joking, but no, this stuff is really heavy. And you know what? If you listen to me last season, someone said, "Oh, you talk about." Let me tell you something. No, you need to talk about this stuff. This stuff is. Mm, mm, mm. This sangria is good, y'all. Listen, if y'all don't listen, sangria. Listen, summertime is good to have sangria. Okay, I'm sorry. So yeah, I feel bad for Brody Jenner because that's really sad. I guess because like I said, I don't know him, but I guess okay. In my mind, I'm thinking like, wow, like most sons want to go to their dad to talk, and get advice about girls or life or just being a guy. How do you go to your dad? I mean, he was a man. Well, this stuff is confusing. I want to say I don't know. But look at his chest. Like, is that a real chest? Like, did he have implants? I don't know. He has a lot going on, and I don't know. I just feel bad. I am going on too much with this story. I apologize. I think because it's a lot. Look at him. Caitlyn Jenner used to be Bruce Jenner. That's his son, Brody Jenner. And look, and Brody even said that they had their relationship was estranged before. Now he was saying because Caitlyn, the Caitlyn / Bruce was giving more attention to the Kardashians. He was married to Kris Jenner. This is the whole thing. And some people say I wanted Kris Jenner run him to be a woman. I don't know. Anyway, that's enough about this. I can go on and on. You are now drunk off the juice. Woo! If you aren't drunk off the juice, everybody, then I don't know. I just can't help you no more. I'm definitely gonna. Okay. It is almost 4:00 and I'm drinking because of these people. Okay. All right, everybody. So that's today's show. Hopefully you all definitely enjoyed. I thank everybody for tuning in into the show. Hopefully you enjoy. Also, once again, if you do have a craft or anything or entrepreneur or you're a CEO or you have a business, you're a singer, listen, come be on the show. Listen, this summer show is all about just having a great time, bringing you fun news, things like that, interviewing great people. So definitely hit us up. If you are a rising star or local gem, I would love to interview you. I really would. As you can see, look, I have a lot of fun. Listen, we drink here, we talk smack, and we talk some real stuff. So yeah, definitely go ahead. I want to go ahead. I will show the email on how you can email us and send a bio, whatever you do, send some footage or a reel, or if you're a musician, send some of your music. Yeah, so we could definitely have you on the show. We would definitely love for you to be a part of it. There you go. Book me next at AOL.com. That's how you get on the show. All right. Also, everybody, remember that upcoming this weekend, be sure to come on out to Chelsea, New York, and Harlem, New York. I will be there with my table set up for the Lavender Project right here at the 19th at the, what did I say? Ala Ahamadnida. Hopefully y'all can see that. Okay, listen. Al-Amida Highline Hotel. Yes. It's so small I can't even read the address. But the point is, it's going to be in Chelsea. It was the Makers Market. Here's how you do it. If you can't see this, then go to Eventbrite and type in Makers Market. So that will pop up. And listen, the event is free. It's free. So, go get your tickets and things like that. You'll see all the information. So Makers Market on Eventbrite. I am so sorry I cannot read the hotel. I thought it was gonna be bigger, and I don't have anything with me to kind of read it. So sorry about that. Also, then on Sunday, come out and see me. I'll be uptown in Harlem at the Phenomenal Women's Empowerment Expo pop-up shop. And we're gonna be doing it big again. The Lavender Project will be there set up with other vendors as well. There you go. Hotel Alameda Highline. Yes. So go. Thank you for my team in the back. Listen, they know that I ain't got no sense. So they know they got to help me out. Okay, listen. Y'all don't understand. Sometimes it's just a bit too much, you know. So yeah, there you go. Hotel Alameda Highline is in Chelsea. So definitely go out and check me out. I'll be there on the 19th. But still go to Makers Market on Eventbrite, so that way you'll know the time and everything. The time is down there, but But yeah, you'll know the time and everything. But still, you got to get your ticket. So yeah, just go to Eventbrite. All right. So now let's go to the next one on the 20th. Sunday, come see me out in Harlem. There you go, pop-up shop. That's right. The Phenomenal Women's Pop-Up Shop event. It's going to be at 2272 7th Avenue between 133rd and 134th Street. That's right. They got some food there, food vendors, drink vendors, got music there, and of course, shopping vendors. So you definitely don't want to miss that in Harlem. This weekend, hopefully the weather will be nice, not too hot. I don't know. Ugh. But hopefully it'll be a great day. All right, everybody. So yeah, there you have it. So until next week, I hope everybody definitely stay cool. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. And we're actually ending this show on time. I'm very happy. All right, but until next time, everybody, stay fly, not too high, but stay cool, stay cold and cool. And also enjoy this outro. Be sure to check out the outro at the end, because once again, I'll let you know more on how you can follow me, Z-Fly. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media. Check out the outro. Till next week, everybody, stay fly. Bye.